Okay, today we will cover the last bit of this topic. Is inequalities. What is inequality? Inequality is something not equal something, and we can have few different signs. It's explanations on the board. Which pages will come later. So we can have sign. What this sign means? Greater than.
The other one is less than.
Now, what this sign means?
Equal to or
Greater or equal. This is less than, less or equal. So, for example, if we compare two numbers, like minus -8 and 1, which is greater?
1.
1 is greater, yes, there's more number to the right on the number line, the greater is the number. But what if I will write x is less or equal to? How we can represent it on the number line? Which numbers satisfy that condition? If this is 2, where are numbers which are less than 2 on the number line? They're to the left. So we put dot here and draw arrow to the left. So that's how we represent it on the number line. All numbers less or equal to 2. Does that make sense? Now, if we have x is greater than -3. Again, we have number line, we have -3.
To the right.
And it will be arrow to the right. What difference you can see between these two pictures? Except that one arrow to the right, one to the left.
One of them is colored in.
One is the dot, another has open circle. Why is that?
Maybe negative number and not negative.
No.
That means it's not equal to. It can't be equal to.
Yes, this one is greater, only it can. Will -3 satisfy this condition?
No.
-3 is not greater than -3. But 2, we can have x equals 2, because it's less or equal. So when it's less or equal, we put dot. When it's just greater or just less, we put open circle. Because x cannot be equal -3. -3 not greater than -3. Make sense?
Yes.
Now, can you now translate? If I will now draw the number line, and we have 1 and 5, and I will draw like this. Can you guess how we can describe that with the formula, these intervals? We have x. Yes.
Equal to or less than 5. And also greater than 1.
Yes, very well done. So we have that x is 1 is less than x. Yes?
I understand.
Okay. If we do only x greater than 1, it will be from here onward. Right?
Where's the x on the number? I get
Oh
it.
my god.
X is a number, any number.
Above 1.
Any x, the numeral can represent any number. So we have that any number here, any number, whatever you take here, will satisfy that. Any number will be greater than 1. Now, if we will consider x less or equal 5, that will be any number, including 5 to the left.
To 1.
But now this means they overlap.
Oh, so it's
At the
5
same
to 1.
time, condition on the number is to be greater than 1 and be less or equal than 5. That's where they overlap. So numbers in this interval, they are greater than 1 and they are less or equal 5.
3 or 5.
Or
Apostle Anne.
or 2.1,
Any
2.1, 2.111,
Anything
2.34.
between 2 and 5.
Yes, between 1 and 5.
No, because it's.
Between 1 and 5 greater than 1. So 1.001 is greater than 1. Make sense?
Also, it can be a decimal.
Yeah, can be decimal. All numbers between 1 and 5 is not only 2, 3, and 5. And 4. There is 1.0001, 1.23,
7 true, 7 8
1.78, whatever. They're all numbers in between.
Then you'll have to
And there's opportunities.
No.
And we will learn later on
Not in.
that not only rational numbers, we'll learn
From 1 to 5.
We'll learn about irrational numbers later on, which are still in there. Now, how we solve inequalities? How we solve inequalities? For example, we have the next inequality. 2x minus 5 is greater than 4. If we need to solve such inequality, I'd like you guys to pay attention. So we solve an inequality in exactly the same way as we solve an equation,
You do plus
except there will be one exclusion. I will explain it in a minute. First, what we need to do?
plus 5.
Plus 5, we get 2x plus 5, 9. The next step, we divide by 2, we get x greater than 9 on 2. This is the answer. This is the answer to inequality. You're solving it exactly in the same way as the equation. Makes sense? In exactly the same way
Sure.
as the equation. Now, but there is one case when it will be different. If we need to solve, let's say, 5 minus 3x is greater or equal to. What should be the first step?
Minus 5.
Minus 5, same as we had before.
Plus 5.
So we get negative 3x greater or equal to 2 minus 5, negative 3.
So x equals 1.
Now, what the next step?
X plus 3. X is greater than 0.
We have negative 3. What the notation negative 3x means? Negative 3 multiplied by
Divided
x.
by negative 3.
We need divide by negative 3. But
equals 0.
here
Equal
it-
1.
Shh. And here where the difference is. And here where the difference. If we divide or multiply by negative number, we will get, yes, we get here, we get x, here we get 1, but sign will flip. When we divide or multiply by negative number, sign will flip. Instead of greater, it becomes less or equal.
Why?
When
Why
we
not?
divide, when we
Because they're trying to make it harder.
when we divide, I will explain in a
Wait, so
second.
when you divide negative
When we
negative-
divide or multiply inequality by the negative number, sign of the inequality flips.
So it could be anything, like 5 divided by negative 2.
Yeah, the sign of inequality. When we have
So it
inequality
could be
sign.
any number divided
Now,
by
why?
any number. Why?
Let's check. So,
I didn't hear what he said.
if we don't flip,
Are we supposed to write this?
Yes, Sophie.
Are we supposed to write this?
I guess.
Fine,
I
just
guess so.
doing it, so-
Now, which numbers satisfy Which number satisfies this inequality? Give me an example of the number that satisfies this.
3.
Is 3 satisfy this?
Zero.
Three.
Zero.
Zero.
5.
0. Let's take 0. And let's substitute 0 in the original one. To check how we can check solution if you solve for example, you solve an equation. How you can check if you solve correctly?
Correctly.
You substitute
Five
your
minus
solution
zero.
into the equation, see if it's false, if it's true. So 5 minus 3 times
Zero.
0,
2 times
that's
0
equal, 3 times 0 is 0, is 5. 5 greater or equal to, is it true?
Yes.
Yes. 5.
Yes, it is.
How's 5 equal to 2?
No,
It's
it's
greater.
greater or equal.
How's 5 the same
Great.
as 2?
It's not same, it's not equal, greater. It's
But it
greater.
has the line.
Yes,
Greater.
But why the equal?
Five.
This number has to be either equal or greater.
Equal to
5 to the right hand side. Or, not and, but or. If it's greater, it's greater. Or it can be equal, it will be fine as well. But if it's greater, it's greater. So 5 great. It's a but if you will not flip that, if you will not flip how you say it, if you will not flip.
Keep changing.
If you have x greater or equal 1, let's take the number that satisfies
Can't
the.
write that because it's going to confuse.
Give me an example of the number that satisfies
negative
it.
12.
Negative 12 greater than
Oh
1.
my God. Two.
3.
Let's take 2. 2.
Five.
So we have 5 minus
127.
3 times 2. 5 minus 6 equals 5 minus 6
One.
equals
No,
5
negative 1.
minus 3 is 2. 2 times
5 minus 3 times.
Negative 1.
Five
We
minus
use
3
it.
is 4.
You forgot
I
this.
said 2!
What was negative 1?
I said
5 minus 6 is negative 1.
So 5 minus 6 is negative 1.
Ah.
Is negative 1 greater or
where
equal
did
to?
6 come from?
No.
2 times 3.
What? 3 times 2, Leanne.
Is this true?
Yes.
No.
Leanne.
That was true.
So we were
That
right.
was false. So
But
we have to flip, otherwise we will get false.
Just Mr.
statement.
B's right, trust him. Source trust him.
No, Yana, you've seen
I
it?
still don't
Used to be the
understand
problem.
this.
Why? Okay.
Because if it's equal, would it be 5 is equal to 2?
No, it's 5 is equal or less.
Equal
When
to
he says
what?
When it's a negative, so when it's a negative.
No.
Equal or less.
5 is equal to what?
If we not 5, we have,
Not
let's say 2, and we have x greater or equal to. Any number to the right, starting from here, satisfy that. Agree? You agree with that? That any number to the right from 2, starting from 2, satisfy this.
but not the
So will 5 satisfy this?
yes. But what about
Because it's a,
but the equal?
that means that 2 will satisfy as well.
Leanne.
2 will satisfy as well.
Oh! What?
Okay.
But then how come on 5 is equal or greater or less than 2?
5 greater is or equal. Greater or
But that's
equal.
not true.
But it's
Because the
greater.
5 is not the same number
But it
as
says
2.
or. It says or. Or. If I'll say you can choose black or red.
Red. Black.
So will it be true? Will it be true
You're
What?
a shot.
that you have choices to choose black or red? Right? You can choose one of them. So we can choose either greater or
So you're saying that there can be 2 on
I'm saying that any number to the right of 2 will be true. Okay, that's inequalities, how we solve them.
And then